NFL Week 1 Juice Bar. Who's got the juice? Let's talk about Alex Monaco. We're in New York City, and arguably they have the juiciest game of the week out in San Francisco. 49ers hosting the Jets. Aaron Rodgers. We're in the exact same spot we were 12 months ago. Talk to me about that matchup.
This game's got the juice.
Got everything.
So many storylines. People love talking Rodgers versus the Niners, but if you look at Rodgers in the regular season versus the Niners, you actually go double check it on StatMuse. He's 6-3 against the team all time. This defense for New York, I'm excited to see what Purdy does against a real defense like this in week 1 with his assets like Ayuk and Williams coming in at the 11th hour. I mean, do you not feel that was somewhat of a repetition factor here, them getting way less reps as a squad than they normally would?
Yeah, of course.
It's got to factor in.
The one thing is Trent is probably about as plug and play as you get.
Fair.
He doesn't have to learn a playbook.
Fair.
He's either pass pro or run blocking. That's it.
True.
Ayuk might be a little rusty. I guess Trent could be a little rusty as well, but I think that's a factor. The number did move once Trent signed the new deal and confirmed that he'd be back around. But I think this is all about Aaron Rodgers and him coming back off of an Achilles tear. That's why this game has the juice. It's Monday night. You mentioned the regular season record. Rodgers is 0-4 in the playoffs against the Niners. So big games. We know his success on Monday Night Football as well. This game has all the juice.
All the juice. Do you think 4 is the proper number? Like, it's moved a little, but it's kind of stayed for the most part at that 4.
Yeah, I would say 4.5 is fair. The 2 games I wouldn't touch the entire week are Chiefs-Ravens and Jets-Niners. Those 2 games seem very polarizing with a lot, and it's the exact opposite on what the public's going to do. Those are like the games they're going to bet the most.
Yeah.
Those are the games that have the juice, and I'm looking forward to watching both of those. Let's rotate. Let's talk Rams-Lions. You think they have the juice here coming in?
Yo, this game has insane
Stafford
juice.
back.
I'm curious what juice you're sipping on, by the way, over there.
A little coffee.
It's
a little coffee. That's it.
Cream and sugar guy?
Yeah, actually both.
Oh.
It's a little dab of both.
All right. I'm looking at this matchup. Again, this was 24-23 last playoffs. 2 top 5 covers if we're talking against the spread, but it's just a riveting storyline. I mean, you got X's in this matchup. You got a rebuttal from the playoffs. And I did not forget how electric Detroit came out in that first quarter in the matchup in the playoffs. This team had 3 points in the second half. So where does that head coaching? I'm looking at Goff and Stafford as far as where the juice is for the storyline. But the game behind the game of McVay and Campbell, 2 excellent guys, and you even go back and look at the splits, a road underdog, Rams are comfortable in. This is where Stafford thrives, and they shored up. This team went all in on that Super Bowl. They finally got some picks. Watch these Florida State boys come out and cook, shout out Verse. I think this is going to be a fascinating game. I got a pick for you later in this.
Rams in McVay's tenure, 6-1 straight up in week 1.
Come on!
That's big. In other words, that shows me he gets guys prepared. They're ready to go week 1.
Without question.
There was a question mark about, you just hear this throughout the years. A team comes in flat week 1. It's like, I didn't have them coached up. It's like, well, what have you been doing the last 2 months, right?
Right.
That's not a problem for McVay.
Professionals. Do you think this game has a lot of juice, in your opinion?
Yeah, of course, because I'm very high on the Detroit Lions. I think they're the best team in the NFC. I think they're going to finish with the best record in the NFC. I like Detroit that much. I wouldn't sneeze if you bet them to win the Super Bowl, the NFC, the number 1 seed in the NFC, all of it. I think they are that loaded.
This man's got Detroit blue on his
yes,
noggin.
They got the juice.
He's a Bears fan. It's a big endorsement.
It's just real. I use my eyes. We talk about that all the time.
I got 2 eyes with these contacts. Who you got?
For me,
who you got for the juice?
You know what's the juice?
Who?
Purely because it's gossip and the extracurriculars of the NFL is what stirs the drink. Cowboys, game 1 on the road, going to Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns have the most expensive quarterback of all time at the time of signing, most guaranteed money of all time.
Might be the worst contract in history of the NFL.
And he has stunk.
He stunk.
And we're now going on the 3rd year of this.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about, can Deshaun Watson get it done? Can he return back to his Texans form? What else do you need? And the reason he had a downfall is because of a scandal. So
Fair.
this game has all the juice for me because I want to see, does Deshaun Watson still have it? Kevin Stefanski's won 2 Coach of the Year awards, and we know what he did with our guy Flacco coming off the couch and getting it done. But that's great and all. Is Deshaun Watson going to come pick him up, and are they going to be able to work together? And then we know all the drama coming out of the Cowboys. There's been nothing but drama between him, Jerry Jones, CeeDee Lamb,
Micah.
No one has deals. The people that do deals, and then the big get was Zeke Elliott.
Again.
I'm not sold on Dallas, and I'm not sold on Deshaun. And this has a lot of drama and a lot of juice. That's why I'm looking at the Cowboys and the Browns. A lot of juice all over the NFL. What's the juiciest matchup for you this week?